Well, hello. Welcome back to yet another installment of Adulting with Ella. I'm your host, Ella, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about not having any friends and why it's okay. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to briefly mention, for housekeeping's sake, that if you have any trouble reaching me, you have to go around the system a little bit because I can't answer messages or else I'll get banned. So if you're trying to get lessons with me, private or online courses, or ask me any questions, I can't really answer you in that system. I put my information pretty much everywhere. And so just be a little sneaky, investigate a little bit, and then you'll find me. Okay, so the reason I want to talk about this particular topic is, well, it just so happened that I'm dressed to go to a friend's dinner. It was a pretty big deal for us. We were working on a project together and we just celebrated like many milestones recently. It's got me thinking about how for a few years there, I didn't really have real friends. I didn't really have any reasons to dress up. I didn't really have occasions to go to be quite honest with you. And this is even when I had like thousands of followers, even hundreds of thousands of followers online, which is really ironic if you think about it. I have all these internet friends, but no IRL friends. And I used to feel kind of embarrassed and ashamed about it. And so I figured for me to say that, I didn't have any friends even when I was like at my peak. I hope to destigmatize that kind of fear, that kind of worry. Of course, there are ways to kind of mitigate that. There are ways to put yourself out there, to slowly open up, to find yourself or put yourself in a position where you can naturally run into new people or reacquaint yourself with old acquaintances. But even when you have friends, it takes maintenance, it takes care to obviously maintain that relationship, to take it to a deeper level. And that requires a lot of manpower, hours, and sometimes money and resources that we don't necessarily have. For instance, when you get a new job or when you have a baby or when something's going on in your family, you might be too preoccupied in that to do anything else. And friendships and maintaining friendships can be just at the bottom of your priority list. And that's perfectly okay. And the older I get, the more I've come to accept that, the more I'm okay with that. And ironically, I've been able to find true friends, find real friends. It's actually better to have no friends than to have fake friends. Having gone through years of just fake or surface level friendships, I'm finally in the presence of like actual genuine friends, which there aren't that many. But as long as I keep a balance between living my life to the fullest, working on myself, working on my career, making sure I have alone time, staying true to who I am and like upholding my integrity, I tend to attract like-minded people. They have the same quirks or their own idiosyncrasies that I personally find endearing. They're not like super outgoing, neither am I. You'd be surprised how introverted and how boring, mundane my life actually is. And I'm okay with that. And I found people that are just like that. Just by owning that, just by saying, hey, I moved to a new place. I didn't grow up here. I'm still figuring my life out. It's okay to not have 10 groups of interesting people in your life constantly asking you out, nor do I want that in my wildest dream. A lot of times, the fact that you don't have any friends is not a testament to your character, is not a testament to your charisma or charm or your ability to maintain a friendship. A lot of times it's just you're still going through that growing pain. You're still going through that period of figuring out what your life is about, what you're about, what you look for in a friend. I choose the people that I want in my life very particularly, very intentionally. The only reason I've been able to do so is because I allow myself to indulge in my own alone time, to really craft out what I want in a friend, to be generous with myself and be patient with myself. Being in your early 20s and 30s, it's so easy to fall into that mind trap and blame everything on yourself. And it's not until I meet people like older than me, people my mom's age, that I realize not only is like lack of friends a common theme. It can happen after you've made new friends. Your friends could move away. You could get a new job. You could get a baby. You can get busy. It's not really a one and done deal. And you have to accept yourself, no matter if you have friends or if you have some alone time, more alone time than you wanted. And yeah, if you want to find out how you can get out of it without sacrificing your integrity, without doing too much, like forcing yourself to do stuff that you don't want, you don't feel comfortable with, I sort of developed an introvert's guide to making friends, going into the kind of the mechanical side of things, trying to break this art of making friends down and to actionable steps. Let me know in the comments. That's it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in.